Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading, and whether you are a short-term trader or a long-term investor, you've got to be asking yourself two questions. What in the world is going on with this market? And more importantly, is it time to bring out the black swan trade or a hedging trade? How do I protect myself on the downside? The market's crazier than it's ever been. I have been trading professionally for over 35 years, and I can tell you this is a new level that I've seen really since COVID. Everything kicked up in volatility and in acceleration and magnitude of moves and things like that. But let's look at some charts real quick here, and I'm going to hopefully point you in the right direction to some solutions. So give me a couple of minutes here, and we'll look. All right, this is a 20-day chart. Again, we know if you're trading and watching all straight up wild swing chops. These are 50, 60, 80 point swings intraday, and then back down again. Let's go out here to a 180-minute chart. And I'm just looking at the ES. This is the Japanese carry trade, Japanese yen carry trade, and I don't think that's unwound yet. That's a pretty good size move in a very short period of time. And let's continue on. I will show you this 1 year chart, and you can see from the bottom to the top there, that's 4,100 on the ES to 5,700. That's 1,600 points, basically straight up. We have had a couple, again, a couple of pullbacks here. But the question is, where do we go from here? Do we do this or do we do this? And how does that relate to your portfolio? Are you, again, you're a short-term trader, long-term investor, do you have a bunch of stocks you're holding or you want to hold? How do you hedge it on the downside? How do you protect yourself? How do you profit? Even if you're all in cash, how do you profit from the next move like that happens from a Fed speaker or a Fed meeting or a data point, CPI, PPI coming up this week, etc.? That's what I want to talk to you about, and I put together a class. We're going to talk about this. It's Black Swan events and hedging. We're going to talk about all the ways to do it. Now, you may say that's a no-brainer. I'll just buy some long puts. Not so easy, not so fast, right? Because you got to consider the volatility. You're paying through the nose to buy those long puts if we've already gone down. So there are other methods you can do it a lot more cost effectively, and the whole point is to get the most cost efficient trade that you can that gives you the most bang for the buck in the time frame that you want to either make profit on the trade or protect your existing portfolio, or both, right? That's the whole name of the game. But let me show you one more important thing and then we'll wind it up here. If we go to a 3-year chart, remember the first chart I was looking at, that was a 20-day chart. That's that. This doesn't look bad looking back. What looks crazy is all of this, right? But I want you to notice something. Look at this. That's October to October. That's a year. So and this looks tiny again next to these swings are much more intense, right? Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, wild swings, wild swings. We were making pretty good money through all this because we were hedged, and we go long, of course, but you want to have some hedging on, the ability to hedge and make profits on some of these. So the point is, if you think this is never going to repeat itself, you probably better, think again, because we may just be entering the very beginning stages over here, right? This thing we could come back down here, we could still go up a lot more and still have this kind of wild stuff, right? So it's not going away. If you're going to be trading, anytime you're going to be trading going forward in the future, you're going to need to at least know how to hedge, when to hedge, what type trade to use to hedge, and that's exactly why I put this Black Swan class together. I put Black Swan classes together over the years. Again, I've been trading for 35 years, but this one is the most up to date and the most relevant because we've got the election coming up. We've got the Fed meeting coming up. We've got, again, Japanese carry trade. We've got all the geopolitical stuff, Ukraine, Russia, all that kind of stuff. So now is the time to understand what's going on and take advantage of some downside action, right? Again, this is going to be a great learning experience. If you've got questions, you got problems, concerns, I can help you. If you're just worried about the market, come see what this is about and decide for yourself if you want to do some hedging on the downside. Again, we're going to look at different variations from full-on Black Swan trading to just hedging on the downside. So very informative, very helpful. And let me wind it up because I told you I would keep it short, but hope you can join me for this class. It's going to be well worth your time, so I hope to see you there. Thanks for your time. Take care.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me over.